Good morning, well, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I assume them probably mostly ladies.
Humans?
Morning, viewers.
That's better.
Okay. Today we've made a management decision that we're going to talk about Ellen DeGeneres. I love Ellen DeGeneres. What about you, Fiona?
Well, here's the thing. I like her, but she gets really bad press for being not very nice to her staff. And you never know what to believe, do you?
No, that's true. But the thing is, if her staff are still working for her, she can't be that bad.
No. I'd work
Because
for her.
otherwise they wouldn't be there, would they? And at the end of the day, she's probably paying them an astronomical amount of money.
And expects perfection.
Absolutely. And if they are in her employ, then they need to deliver.
Well, that's what employees do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But
sometimes.
as a person, I used to watch Ellen DeGeneres when she had her sitcom in the bookshop with the cafe in, and that ditzy little girl that used to work for her, who was in what do you call it, that other comedy with those science geeks, and she was the girl, the Big Bang Theory, that's it. And she is, I think it was her, she is now the wife of the little Jewish boy whose mother loves him to death and gives him lots of soup.
As Jewish mothers do.
Yes. But in that, I thought she was, I quite fancied her actually. I was youngly married. Youngly married?
Yeah, there's one for the dictionary.
I was young, married, and I had a young child, and we used to sit on a Friday night and watch Channel 4 because Roseanne was on.
Roseanne Barr,
and
John Goodman.
We used to watch Frasier, and we used to watch Ellen DeGeneres. I don't think I knew how to say it in those days. I used to call her Ellen DeGeneres or something. Ellen DeGeneres. And then there was the big thing where the show went off and then she came out. But I think, why wouldn't you have known that along?
But then saying that, I think my statement a little while ago
I've never seen her in a dress.
Well, no, but you know, there's always the masculine, there's always the feminine. I think maybe Portia's the feminine, but I think she's also very attractive.
They're both very attractive. See, I find Ellen very attractive.
But I find Portia Rossi quite out there.
Really?
When I used to watch Ally McBeal.
I've never watched it. See, I don't know who, apart from the fact that they're married, I don't know who she is. I don't recognise her at all, because
she played quite a sassy lawyer, and Ally McBeal was about a lawyer's practice, and she was quite ruthless. But I liked her in that. And it's just little snippets of bits that you watch.
Did you fancy her?
No, she wasn't. I don't mean it like that, because that's not my inclination. But what I do think is she was a very good actress, and I think her acting career kind of just stopped once Ally McBeal stopped, and you never heard of her again. So if she's been in films, or I haven't seen them, and they're not pushed like all the other major films.
Do you think she was named after a car?
No, I think she's got that
exotic look.
No, she's got the porcelain doll look.
Does she?
Beautiful angelic face.
Okay, I could get that. A lot of Russian women have that. They have this flawless skin, this beautiful Hollywood-like features. But I'm not saying anything about Russians, but I love Russians. my grandparents were Russian. What can I say?
Liar, liar, bats are on fire. Again. No, but
we're talking about Ellen here. She does an awful lot.
She does a lot for charity.
She might have her
stands
mean
up for
side, which
well, no, but the
I
thing
find
is,
very difficult to believe. She might be a hard taskmaster. Yes, she might be a bit mean to her staff, but maybe her staff
maybe she's just a
aren't
perfectionist.
pulling their weight, or maybe she just expects the unexpected, the unattainable as far as somebody else is concerned because of her standards. And that's fine. If
There's
you
nothing
don't
wrong
like
with
it, go and get another job somewhere else. That's what I say.
Go walk and kick pedals.
But she does a lot of charity work. She loves animals. She's passionate about animals. I mean, it's just a shame she's not passionate about pandas the way that I am. Or giraffes the way you are. I would love a panda.
Oh, but you see, I'm quite passionate about orangutans as well.
Well,
Nice.
I like badgers.
Yeah, there's an admission.
I like badgers.
Do you like beavers as well? Let's move on. No, but I get the attraction. I can see it from a female point of view why Ellen DeGeneres has such a huge fan base of all denominations. Denominations.
The thing is, women love her.
But men love her too, because she's quite
Lovable.
No, it's not even that. It's just she doesn't diss men and she doesn't really stand up for women. But what she does do is stand up for what she believes to be right. And that's why she's a good person. But when you read stuff about her, which you don't always believe because it's in the press or on Facebook.
Do you not believe everything in the press? So
no.
if it's in the papers,
I believe
it must
everything
be
that's
true.
written about Trump.
I believe
everything
that's
that's
a can
written
of
about
worms. That's a can of worms.
Yes, but that's a
What
kind
do you
of
think
worms that
Ellen
isn't
thinks
relevant.
of Trump?
I don't know, and if that's her political leaning, then that's her political leaning.
Trump.
You can't condemn somebody for who they believe in, but I can't believe that she would stand by and believe in a man who says it's okay to go out without a mask, or it's okay to be racist, because America's for Americans, and I believe that Ellen DeGeneres is a little bit better than that.
I think she's an all-round good egg. And yes, she has a lot of money, and yes, she's very generous with it. But it's because she can, and she believes in people, and she believes in good, and she believes that people doing the right thing, leading good lives, and
But it's
sometimes have nothing, deserve something.
But I watch little snippets of her programme, her chat show, and she had a family on that had, I think it was quads or even quins, I can't remember. And they were all running around and they were, doing the toddler things that toddlers do. And then Ellen's going, oh, don't go down there. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, mind the stairs, mind the stairs.
And she seems to like children.
Well, who wouldn't? Even people who are anti-having kids quite like kids.
Not everybody.
There are people in the world who think kids should never be born because there are too many people in the world. But,
Well, there are too many people in the world, but who can judge anybody
well, you
for
can't.
wanting to be a parent?
But you can't judge anybody for not wanting to be a parent.
You see, I've heard people criticise the likes of the Africans because they're so poor and they have nothing, and they have no money, they don't have places to live, but they seem to have children, and it's the most important thing, is just to have babies. But that's their culture. They
But it's
can't,
not even that. There's nothing else to do.
what, other than have sex.
Well, yeah. They've got no telly.
Of course they have tellies.
What? Living out in a desert?
No, not in the desert, but in these little, they call them villages, but they're not villages really. They're more like concrete prisons. But they live in these
They're
concrete... They're not huts. Like Gambia, for instance. They live in these concrete one-storey buildings, and the concrete walls and alleyways, and it's like a maze. And they live in the most despicable conditions, but they still have a telly. might not be a good telly. They don't have videos and DVDs, a lot of them, and that sort of thing. And
What, you mean that people in Gambia and who live in little alleyways and little huts don't have Amazon sticks and things like that?
Unfortunately not.
So what else do you do all day?
Well,
What is it?
Go out looking for work, the workers.
What is it we say is the best form of contraception in the bedroom?
A television.
Well, there you go then. But it is, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, you see these. It's like the Ethiopians. They live out in the wilds of the world, and they don't have tellies. So what else are they going to do?
Dance
There's nothing else for
around
them to
the
do.
fire.
So a man's going to stand there and dance around a fire when he's got a woman in a tent or in a little alcove parked behind a tree, and he's not going to do the
In
deed.
the alcove parked behind a tree.
Yeah,
I've never seen alcoves parked behind
you
a
haven't
tree.
lived.
An alcove parked behind a tree. It's like this little carport, is it? Is it like a
No.
carport?
It's like a little alcove behind a tree.
You were trying to be really polite there, weren't you?
Well, yeah.
She's not usually this polite.
I am. Well, you know what I mean.
A teepee.
They're not even a teepee.
A mud hut.
They're not even a mud
Well,
hut.
whatever they live in.
Just out in the open,
A tent.
under the stars.
Hey.
Round the fire.
Out in the open, under the stars.
Give me a look.
I wish I could, boy. I wish I could talk posh like what you do.
What, talk proper?
Yeah.
Like, you mean,
Proper. Yeah.
maybe, just maybe, one day, you might be able to.
You could give me electrocution lessons.
Yeah, hold on to this live wire with wet hands. Sort you out.
I'll be going. Fizzy.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
The Africans are picked on because it's a poor nation. They don't have contraception. They don't know how to stop making babies. They know how it works. They know they shouldn't do it, but they do it anyway because there's nothing else to do.
But it's their culture. It's not because there's nothing else to do. That's what they do. Is they reproduce.
You know, we have all these aid
Are you talking AIDS
companies,
or AIDS?
charities,
All right.
and you know, they correct their vision and they look after their teeth
Cleft palates.
and their cleft palates and their hair lips
And their eyes. Cataracts.
the cataracts, their eyes, their everything. They look after them in the well-being sense of the word. But why not just castrate the men?
Ooh, contentious.
Well, it is a contentious subject.
But
Because-
they provide.
If there's a drought, they can't live off the land.
They provide advice and options for women. I mean, castrating a man is very
Well, all right then.
final, isn't it?
Vasectomy. But then, why does it fall upon the woman?
Because it can be undone.
Well, it can be undone on a man as well.
Yeah, but a woman can just.
I mean, after 12 kids, do you honestly think she'd want it undone? I mean, you can't tie a knot in it, can you? When it's dangling outside your body, but they're expecting you to have it tied inside your body. Just cut the wires. Cut the wires. Get it over and done with. Still gets the joy.
I don't know this woman.
Seriously?
No, but this
You
is
know,
this
it's
is who they
2002.
are. This is where they live. This is how they live. This is their culture. This is what they do.
Yes,
This is what
and
they've
I-
always done.
And I respect that.
And
But
there
you
are-
can't always do that when they can't afford to feed their families.
Yes, but they've never learned, and they're not stupid people. They're simple people, but they're not stupid people. And this is how it's always been. And they know that they're having all these babies and they can't afford it. But it's what they do. It's what is expected of them. They marry a young man and they're expected to start having babies straight away, carrying on the bloodline and all that. But it's the same in every culture. Unfortunately, but they manage, don't they? Unless it's somewhere like where there's just no water. Or something.
So they need to keep it clean then to have babies. There's no water.
What?
The water in Mallorca, I don't taste like
Water. I'll tell you who else I love. Ellen DeGeneres. I love Julia Roberts.
Yes, I know you like her. I do. I like her as well.
I love
Meryl Streep.
I love Dawn French.
And Meryl Streep.
Dawn French is my sister from another mother. I love her. I love her. I'd snog her. And in fact, I think I should be on her list of snoggies. Those lips have touched so... No, actually, I don't want to think about some of the things that they've touched, but she's kissed so many
I don't want to go.
very famous men. And she's so bloody funny. She's naturally funny. And
Yes,
she's
she is
beautiful. And she's
achieved a lot.
hilarious, and she's humble, and she... Private, yeah. And she is just somebody I would love to have dinner with. Dawn French. I went to see, I told you about that. Took my mum down to London to the Royal Opera House to see La Fille de Régiment, an opera.
Oh, look at you all.
Oh, what French like. Oh, French
Oh,
like.
mange too, like.
Yeah, mange too. And
Cultured up.
the main reason I wanted to take my mum was because it was her favourite opera, but also when I saw that Dawn French had a cameo part, I thought. And I was walking to the theatre we went in the afternoon to the theatre to check where it was and how to get in, because my mum couldn't walk very far. And I'm walking down the road in the rain looking for Dawn French to see if I could catch her going into the theatre so I could go and accost her.
Would you have kissed her there and then?
Yeah, I would have just smacked it on like that. Like that, I would.
Mm.
Well, maybe not. I might have asked her first.
It's always a good idea. So, all right then. You've said about the women that you like. What about the men? If you were going to have a man to dinner that was famous and on the telly and in films and Hollywood and celebrity,
Who would it be?
who would it be?
I have no idea.
Are there any male actors or male role models that you can say you would love to have dinner with? And to find out more? That smells back.
Sorry, we washed a rug yesterday and it's lying on the patio. And it smelled lovely. But it was an old rug. And I think the smell's coming back. That's what I think. Either that or it's the drains.
No, that's your fault.
It's not my drains. It's the house's drains.
It's still your fault. Remember, I know what you can produce. Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Don't smoke on camera.
I'm not. I'm going to sit here. Look.
No, come on then. So, what man would you like to invite for dinner that's famous?
He would have to be somebody funny. He would have to be somebody that I find.
Would you not find it just a man that was interesting enough to
I
have
don't
for
know
dinner?
any interesting men. It wouldn't be a politician because I'd probably end up pouring me soup over him.
Well, that stands to reason. So would I probably.
Actors. Ooh, Charlie Hunnam. Ooh, Charlie Hunnam. Comes from just over the river from me, you know. It's stones through.
It's stones through over
But
the river.
he's posh and American now. And he's married to an absolute stunner, so I don't think I stand a chance. Plus, I'm probably old enough to be his mother.
But no, because it's like having a dinner party, you have all sorts of people around the dinner table, don't you? So let's do that then. If you could invite 4 people from the world of celebrity, who would you invite other than Ellen DeGeneres?
Dawn French. Oh, yeah, I think they would get on really well, Dawn French and Ellen. Dawn and Ellen.
As long as Ellen could understand and get that it's not a personal attack, it's just sarcasm.
But she does that. She knows that. She is.
But the American humour is so much different to the English humour. And Dawn French is so English.
She is English, but I think they're both very educated women. And, you know, they're in the business. I'm sure they know.
So who's the other two then?
What's his name from, what do you call it? You know, what's his name from, what do you call it?
Is that the same as the do for Danga?
Oh man. Pointless. No, not Pointless. What's his name? Fanny Schmeller.
Oh, Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh.
Bradders.
I like Bradley Walsh. They have to be funny people because I'm more inclined to relax in front of funny people. I do the serious, and I can have an intelligent conversation, but given the opportunity to just let my hair down and just have a ball and be funny and eat and drink at the same time, and I think there would have to be people with a good sense of humour around that table.
So a man who has to read out questions and give answers like Fanny Schmeller and Dick Dingler. That's the man for you, is it?
No, but I can't really think. I'm sorry, Bradley Walsh. I can't think of anybody.
Let's put it this way. An American actor had to be your fourth choice. Who would it be? And it has to be a man.
All right. It would be, I'm sorry, but I do have a touch of the forgetfulness.
That's the nana. That's the nana.
I'm not a nana.
You are a nana.
I'm not a nana. I'm a grandma. Don't ever call me a nana.
But it's a yaya.
I'm a grandma. I'm grandma. My mother was a grandma. I'm a grandma. I'm not a nana.
You're a yaya.
My dad used to say, and that this is no disrespect to nanas out there, but when my dad used to say you were being stupid, he used to call you a nana. He said, don't be such a nana. So I grew up thinking a nana was a plonker.
That's an honour.
Maybe it was an honour, but they're spelled the same.
Just said differently.
Yeah.
So you had to have a man around the dinner table that was an American actor. Who would it be?
Somebody smart.
Somebody that you would find very interesting, but also has a very good sense of humour.
I have a picture of a man in my head, and his name has escaped me.
Well, there's that thing.
And it is. Oh, shit. I can't remember. What about you? It might come to me in a minute.
Who would I have for dinner? Round a dinner table?
Yeah.
Female-wise, I would have...
Michelle Obama.
I would have Michelle Obama, yes. I'd also have Kamala Harris. Or Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Kamala. Pamela with a K.
Well, no, because it's got no E in it.
Kamala. All right, I'll give you that.
Those would probably be the two women. The two men, I would have to have Denzel Washington there.
Richard Gere. That's him.
And I would possibly have Robert De Niro there as well.
Oh, Robert. No, can I have Robert De Niro?
No, you're too bloody late. Go away. You've asked me now. I've told
But
you.
I can't think on my feet.
Really? I thought you did think with your feet.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
With you, yeah. No, but they're the four people that I would have round dinner, and I think it would be quite an interesting conversation as well. There would be a little bit of politics, there'd be a little bit of showbiz, there'd be a little bit of I don't know how to put it, activism. And I think there would be a bit of humour as well.
A bit of racial equality.
Well, not even that. I mean, Robert De Niro would crack a joke, and whether it was racist or not, we'd still find it funny. I don't think they would take offence.
But then Michelle Obama's got a good sense of humour.
And Michelle Obama has actually got...
You love her, don't you?
I think she's amazing. I think she is...
Love her. You love her. You love her.
Do you want me to go down that road? Right. I also think she's got the most amazing ability to just make things simple. There could be paparazzi, there could be crowds, there could be riots, and she'd still keep it calm. She'd bring it all back down to where it belonged. That's why I admire her. And to hear her singing in carpool karaoke, I was gobsmacked.
She was good, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. But then I have to say...
Could you imagine Ellen in carpool karaoke?
Well, listen, I've seen Barbara Streisand in carpool karaoke, so I'm sure Ellen could carry a note.
I don't think she can. I don't think she's a good singer, but she can. She can dance. I remember seeing her dance to something on the show, and she's got rhythm.
And she's got a good figure. She's attractive. She's fit. She's capable. And she's a woman who gets things done.
She is.
But then everybody that I've mentioned gets things done.
I get things done.
Eventually.
When you don't do them for me. I'll just get there in the end.
I shouldn't have to do them for you. Apart from send you off to work with a pack up, I think I do enough.
Yeah, do you know what she did this morning? She got a big bottle of orange juice and she put it in the freezer for me because it's very hot here. And I was working outside, and when I went to work I had this slushy orange juice in this big bottle, and it was lovely.
That's because I'm lovely.
Because you're lovely. But in return, I came back with big squishy buns, and we had...
I want to go down that road.
And we had bacon and sausage, and I had tomato in mine.
I didn't.
Sandwiches.
I don't like
and then we had a cup of coffee.
We didn't drink.
I did.
I didn't.
And then we went out, and I got myself a new apartment, so I'm leaving now.
You'll be back.
I'll be back.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, are we wrapping up for today?
Well, we haven't laughed as much.
No, because you said you wanted to be serious. And I love Ellen.
I know you keep telling me. I made you jealous because I'm on Instagram and you're not. She's following me.
I don't understand Instagram.
What's to understand?
Well, I don't know. Like I said this
It's
morning,
like
I thought it was something to do with uploading your photos.
It's just like a way of tracking people without having all the...
That's a bit scary.
Well, it's not. It is and it isn't. It's for us to track other people and for other people to track us, to see what we're up to see what the promotion is,
That's
to
called
see what the...
stalking.
No, stalking is a completely different scenario. That's quite psychologically depraved.
Is that what psychological mind games are?
I don't know, I'm still trying to work that one out. But I'm going to ask a psychologist what they are and see if they can tell me.
Well, Google it. Ask on Instagram.
No, because they don't do things like that.
Do they not?
They just post what's out there. Like, Philip Schofield's just won an award.
And don't we all just want to know that?
Bronze award for his wine making.
At the moment, they're over-egging Philip Schofield. He came out as gay, and now he's on everything. Everybody wants him. He's doing adverts for car insurance. He's got his own wine. He's written a book, and they're showing you what his house looks like and what he had for dinner, and I mean, really? The only thing he hasn't got is a man, as far as I can see. And what was it you said yesterday?
The one question I'd like to ask him.
Yeah.
When are you going to get something inside you then, boy? Are you going to eat a bit of meat? No, but it's the burning question on everybody's lips about him.
The boning question or the burning question?
Burning. And Holly Willoughby, all she does is laugh.
And drink.
Well, yeah, she's
a piss tank.
Well, she's not really. She's just...
I don't know how somebody can laugh so much.
What, for 2.5 hours?
Come into work drunk, sit on the sofa.
Get paid for it.
Innuendo. And she looks fabulous as well. She looks great. I really like her. I also like Claudia Winkleman. And I don't think she's got weirdo things going on like on that that advert she does. And people insult her. I think she seems like a really nice lady.
Well, Claudia Winkleman is a little bit mad as a box of frogs scenario.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
But then in this life, do you not think you need to be? Because it's not exactly an easy life, is it?
No.
Life is what you make it, and you can have a laugh, and you can be.
But why are people
happy.
so bloody mean? You know, these famous people that have their lives, and then people come out and just say horrible things, and if they don't know things, they just make them up.
Because that's the way of the world. That's how the world is today.
Oh God, we're getting serious. I think I'm going to kill myself now.
No, don't do that, because I'll have to clear up the mess.
Yeah, and then I won't get my new apartment, will I?
No.
And then you'll get it, and then I'll haunt it.
No, you've got to live in it to haunt it, and you haven't lived in it yet.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right then.
So we are over and out then, are we?
Yes, for today.
Okay. Well, we look a little bit sombre today.
I know.
I think we're both tired.
Maybe
I've had
more.
about 2.5 hours kip.
Stop whinging.
But then I did sit and watch Tiny Tim. And that did make me
Love you. I love him. Love you.
Love you. Love you. Bye. Thank you very much.
So did I.
You can have a flurry. I want some chicken nuggets.
What a voice that is. It's making him a lot of money, for sure. But yeah, I like him. He seems like a nice guy. It's weird